If you're watching the videos as I release them, the last video had me trying to take the head off the white TR7, the fixed head. In this video we're going to look at getting on with the drop head TR7, the red one, and seeing how we get the head off that. Okay, so these 5 came off fairly easily. You saw that, how they loosened. I don't have an 11/16 socket that's deep enough to go on here. I can't find my 11/16 spanner, so I'm going to have a little search around for that. And I did have an 18mm, that was the one I showed you, but I don't have a long, that was the only long one I had, and that is broken, so it was just slipping. So we're going to have a little search now for a spanner. Found the 11/16, so let's have another go. These are just wow. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can find something online to buy. I went inside. I decided to order myself a decent set of impact wrenches in imperial sizes. I came back out. I used this to give my hand some protection. And I've got all of these loose, although I think in all cases, so this one, the stud looks like it's coming with it. In all other cases, just the nut that is loosened. Okay, well, we can take those off now, and we can try the double nut method. But we'll take these out first. Well, what we can first. So one stud is out. All 5 of these are off. I tried the double nut on 2 of them, and they would just touch turning the nuts. So I think I'm going to stop, have a break, come back at it tomorrow when I'll be a bit more refreshed, and I just need to think about whether or not I need to do these nuts together tighter or what. What am I getting wrong that it's not working at all? And it might be that these are just so stuck in there. Don't know. I'm going to have a think about it though before I do any damage. So that's what we're working on. So in an attempt to get these studs out, I bought myself this tool, which I guess in theory it's like using the lock nuts, but or using the nuts rather, but hopefully works a bit better. So I've screwed that one in all the way. This goes inside it, and I probably want to tighten that up a bit. And then I've also bought myself some some impact things, and they're 6-sided, so better grip. And so we'll give this a go, and then I might try it with the impact bench if this doesn't work. Oh, okay. Well, that's turning. The question is it pulling out the stud? Or is it just coming off? We're going to have a look at where the thread is, where the head is. Right, so the head is up at this angle. Okay. So that's a half. That's still. So in theory, the head should be something like this. Oh no, that doesn't look like it's moved at all. It's still in exactly the same place. So the thread isn't moving. I can see it. It's just this is just spinning off. Wonder if I'm not doing it right in some way. Perhaps not getting it locked tight enough. But this seems to be how it always happens. Put this to the side and have another think. Right, so we have 4 bolts studs still in the engine, and we can see I've got this one most of the way out. I just have to get it the rest of the way out. I didn't catch out of that on film, but I've been trying to work out how to do it, and I came across an article from a Saab master technician, and he was talking about how they used to do it on the old Saab Silent 4, which of course was the Triumph Silent 4 originally. This was the technique that they developed. He's also tried it on his Triumph Stag, and again, so this is the other half of that anyway. So what they would do is they would put they would lock the 2 nuts together, and then they would take an air chisel, and with a rivet head on that, they would run the chisel against here. The idea being to heat it up and break it free, so break the rust on the inside. So I didn't have an air chisel. I do now because I ordered one, but in the meantime I was trying something. I tried 2 things yesterday. One is, and I don't know which one worked, but the first thing I tried was with my impact wrench. I held the bottom nut in place, and I ran the impact wrench to tighten it, and so I was getting thump, 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 thump. So I was getting an impact. Okay, I only had it on slow, but I did that. The other thing I did, and I didn't notice it coming out at that point, and the other thing I did, and I was just mucking around whilst I was waiting, is I stuck a chisel in here and just for about 4 or 5 minutes. Alright, and what I do have now is, well, it's most of the way out. Let's just get it on the one nut. There we go. It's most of the way out. The whole thing is turning, but both nuts are turning together. I can't get them to stop turning together at the moment. Aha! That seems to have gone completely out. There we go. So I just need to get these apart, and then I'm going to try on one of the others. And what I'm going to try first is I'm going to try. I mean, this actually doesn't look at all rusted either. If I got that in view. Now the other thing, of course, I have been doing is I have been spraying it with WD-40 every day. Anyway, so I'm going to break these off, and I'm going to try the double nut method with this first, and I will put it on time lapse when I get started. I don't know how much of that I'm going to show you. I'll, I'll work out and put a note on how long it actually took by looking at how long that time lapse was. But you can see I was struggling with this one, so I decided to have get another one. Came out. These might have come out anyway, because again it just looks it doesn't look rusted. It looks, well, I mean, it's got a lot of carbon in there, and I guess I don't know if that should worry me or not. Anyway, I'll get this off and I'll continue on the other two. Got 4 of the 5 out, but this last one is proving extremely stubborn. So much so that I'm getting worried about being able to lock 2 bolts and nuts on there now. I've got 2 of my nuts when they go on there, and I try to tighten them to the other one, they're just spinning. So I've got one which is completely unused so far, this one, and I've got 2 which just about working in terms of locking still. So I have decided to take a little break. I don't, the Saab technician, where I got this idea from, talked about using an air chisel, which of course I have now. I'm just, I don't have the rivet end. I expect that would hit it with more power, more force, which would be probably a good thing. I'm just worried that without a flat end, what kind of damage I'm going to do. I suppose I could try to find a nice big bolt or something, actually, an old bolt. If that would fit in, I might be able to do it with that. I might have a look at that, I'll see. I haven't actually looked at the tool yet, so right now I'm going to take a little break and think and try not to break anything. Right, next day we're going to give this a go with the air chisel. So I've got a lock and a locking nut on there. This is half of the double lug tool that is sold to help get these off. I want to use the chisel against that in order to make sure the vibrations transmit down the stud. So that's how I'm doing it. Whether this is right or not, I hope this doesn't get damaged too much, but that's what I'm going to try. So I'll put you on time lapse and we'll see how we can do this. I'm not happy by how much that was jumping about, so I'm going to take the second nut off so that I can get this on further, effectively using that as the lock nut. Well, I thought I had a really good solution, but evidently not. So you can see I tried doing it directly to this as well. Thing is, see, I was expecting this to get hot, with the chisel and all of that, but it didn't warm up at all. So, I stopped using this. So, but you can see it was getting a good whack. You can see how it's moved in, but so step back. I don't know what to do. I suppose I could try welding the nuts on, but we've seen what my welding doesn't hold always. But I could try that. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to walk away from it and give it time. So maybe try with the impact wrench every day for a bit, and WD-40 it every day for a bit, and see where we get to. Does that look like a similar picture? So I tried the same thing. I was definitely spinning the right way, and that's sheared right off again. There we are. Given the problems trying to pull the heads off, in the next episode we're going to try and make a puller.